Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. When I first heard about the Infinix Hot 60 Pro Plus, I wasn't expecting much. This thing has a 144Hz AMOLED screen, JBL speakers, and charges crazy fast. And the price, well, let's just say it might be the best deal of 2025. Stick around because this review is gonna surprise you a lot. What's up everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I'm Nazom and I review phones the real people actually buy, not just the expensive flagship stuff. Today we are talking about the Infinix Hot 60 Pro Plus. This phone just launched on July 10th. I'm gonna tell you everything, the good, the bad, and whether you should spend your hard-earned money on this phone. No sugar coating, no sponsored nonsense, just honest thoughts. So grab a snack, get comfortable, and let's dive in. Alright, let's start with what you get in the box. You get the phone, obviously, a 45-watt charger which is actually pretty fast, a USB-C cable, a clear key that is okay I guess, some paperwork that nobody reads, and a SIM tool. And here is what I like about the phone, they actually include a charger. I know that sounds crazy, but some brands are removing chargers. You know what I'm talking about. The case is basic, but it will protect your phone from scratches. Nothing fancy, but everything you need is there. First time I held this phone, I was like, wait, this feels more expensive than it should be. It's light, only 155 grams, but it doesn't feel cheap. The back is plastic. It's a good type of plastic, not the cheap knockoff stuff that cracks if you look at it the wrong way. Let's talk about how the phone looks and feels. I got the titanium silver version and honestly, it looks pretty clean. They also have a sleek black and cyber green. The green one is actually pretty cool if you want something different. The front has a Gorilla Glass 7i which is good protection. The back is plastic, but like I said, it's quality plastic. The frame is also plastic, but here is the thing, it's IP65 rated. That means it can handle some water splashes and dust, not fully waterproof. But if you spill coffee or a type of tea, get caught in the rain, you are probably fine. The camera bump is not too crazy. Some phones look like they have a tumor on their back, but this one is pretty reasonable. The fingerprint sensor is under display and it's also optical, which makes it more reliable. It works fast, like really fast. Face unlock is also there and it works even in low light. And one thing that might annoy some people, no headphone jack. I know it's 2025, but some of us still have wired headphones. At least they kept the USB port at the bottom. Okay, this is where the phone really shines. The display is seriously impressive. It's a 6.7-inch AMOLED screen with 144Hz refresh rate. Let me show you how smooth this is. See that buttery smooth. Whether you are scrolling through the Instagram, playing games, or just navigating the phone, everything feels fluid. The colors are vibrant. Blacks are actually black because it's AMOLED, and the brightness goes up to 4500 nits peak. In direct sunlight, I can still see the screen clearly. There is something you don't always get with budget phones. The resolution is 1224 by 2720, which gives you sharp text and clear videos. YouTube looks great, Netflix looks great, even TikTok looks crisp. The bezels are pretty thin too. It is not iPhone thin, but for the price range, I'm not complaining. The screen to body ratio is good, and the punch hole camera is small and doesn't get in the way. This phone runs on Android 15 with Infinix XO 13.1 on top. XOX has a lot of customization options. You can change the themes, icon, animation, even control center. Some people love this stuff, others find it overwhelming or very over bloated. Apps you probably don't need, but most of it can be uninstalled or disabled. The good news is it's pretty smooth, no major lag or stuttering in daily use. App switching is fast and I haven't had any crashes. Infinix promises 2 years of OS update and 3 years of a security update. Not amazing, but okay for the price. I'm not sure they are going to give you the 2 years update, but let's press on. One quick feature is the gaming mode. It blocks notification, optimized performance, and even has a screen recording built in if you game on your phone. Alright, let's talk about storage. Storage options are 128GB or 256GB storage, both with 8GB or 6 if you can see that particular one. The RAM is enough for multitasking. I can keep multitasking apps open without them closing in the background. The storage uses a UFS 2.2, which is decent speed, not the fastest, but app load reasonably quick. Here's the bad news: no micro SD card slot, so whatever storage you choose, you are stuck with it. If you take a lot of photos and videos, maybe go for the 256GB version. With 128GB, you have about 110GB usable after the system takes its own share. The heart of this phone is the MediaTek Helio G200 processor. It is not flagship level, but for everyday stuff, it handles things well: social media, messaging, YouTube, web browsing, all smooth, even in light gaming works fine. Like PUBG Mobile runs on media settings smoothly. Call of Duty Mobile works well too. More demanding games like Genshin Impact, well, you need to lower the graphic, but it's playable. The Mali G57 MC2 GPU does job for casual gaming. The phone doesn't get too hot during gaming, which is good. Some phone turns into a little heater, but this one stayed pretty cool. The 144Hz screen makes it support game like really smooth. For the productivity stuff, editing documents, video calls, even light photo editing, it handles everything without problems. Just don't expect a flagship performance in this particular mid-range phone. So the camera setup is pretty simple. You get a 15 megapixel main camera with autofocus and auxiliary lens for depth effect. In the selfie camera is 30 megapixel, both front and back have LED flash, which is actually useful. So in good lighting condition, photo looks decent. Colors are a bit saturated, typical for phones within this price range. The details is okay, not amazing, but good for social media. The autofocus is fast, which I appreciate. In low light condition, it struggles a little bit. The photo gets noisy and lose detail. The flash helps, but it's not great for natural looking photos. Night mode helps a little bit, but don't expect flagship level night photography. For your videos, you can shoot around 4K at 30 frames per second or 1080p at 60 frames per second. The quality is decent for YouTube or TikTok, no crazy stabilization, but for handheld videos are watchable. The selfie camera is fine for video calls and selfie, nothing spectacular. On the battery side of things, the 5160 mAh battery can easily get you through a full day of heavy use. I'm talking about 7 hours to 8 hours of screen time with social media, YouTube, some gaming calls. Light user could probably get you 2 days out of this. The 45-watt fast charging is really impressive, from completely dead to 50% in about 22 minutes. Full charge takes around 70 minutes. That's fast enough that you can top up quickly before heading out. There is also 10-watt reverse charging, so you can charge all that device using your phone, your earbuds style, no problem. It's not super fast, but it's a nice feature to have. The battery management is good too. It doesn't degrade quickly like some phones do. The speakers are tuned by JBL and they actually sound pretty good. They are loud enough for watching videos without headphones, and the sound quality is better than most phones in this particular price range. No, it's not gonna replace your Bluetooth speaker, but for the speakers, I'm impressed. For calls, the quality is clear on both ends. The microphone picks up on your voice well, and the earpiece is loud enough even in noisy environment. The connectivity wise, you get around you get 4G Wi-Fi, Bluetooth 5.4 and NFC for payment. No 5G network, but honestly the 4G is still fine for most phones. The signal reception is good, no dropping calls or connection issue during testing. Now let's talk about money. Based on the regional pricing, expect to pay around $250,000 to $291,000, which is around $170, depending on the storage option or where you buy the product. Is it worth it for what you are getting? Exactly, it's worth the price. You get AMOLED display, decent performance, good battery life, fast charging. I think it's a pretty good phone. You are not getting a flagship features, but you're also not paying the flagship price. The main competitor would be phones like the Redmi Note series, Realme phones in the same price range, and maybe some Samsung Galaxy A series. So who is this particular phone for? If you are coming from an older phone or want something that feels modern without breaking the bank, this could be it. Students, young professionals, or anybody who wants a smooth display and a good battery life without spending too much money. If you're a heavy gamer or photographer, you might want to look somewhere else. The performance is good but not great, and the camera is decent but not that astounding. But for everyday use, social media, streaming or light gaming is a solid choice. Bottom line, the Infinix Hot 60 Pro Plus, pretty good mid-range phone. It's not perfect, but it gets the important stuff right. The display is genuinely impressive, the battery is great, and the build quality is better than expected. So on the downside, no headphone jack, no micro SD card slot, average cameras, and no 5G network. These compromises are very understandable. Would I recommend it? Yeah, I think so, especially if you get it at a good price. But it's not going to disappoint you either. It's a solid, reliable phone. Alright guys, that's my full review of the Infinix Hot 60 Pro Plus. What do you think about the phone? Is this something you consider buying? Let me know in the comment section below. I read every single comment and I love hearing your thoughts. If this review helped you make a decision, hit the like button. It really helps the channel grow. And if you want to see more honest review like this, don't forget to subscribe and ring the notification bell. I post new review every week. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Peace.